Good morning, gamers. I'm Good Morning Gamer. A hidden gem. A diamond in the rough. Every now and then a blind squirrel finds an acorn. That's my favorite. What am I talking about? Attack of the Friday Monsters for the Nintendo 3DS. Okay, it sounds ridiculous, and that's partly why I got the game in the first place, but I was also attracted to the beautiful visuals and the $3 price tag on sale. But oh boy, did I luck out. Because this game ended up being one of my most cherished on the 3DS. Hell, any console. It brings the player back to adolescence. And as it turns out, this was no mistake. Hayao Miyazaki. Ever heard of him? This game will make you feel closer to his worlds, and it's certainly not a coincidence. Attack of the Friday Monsters was brought to us by Level 5, the same development team that brought us the Ni no Kuni titles. Who composed the music for Ni no Kuni? Joe Hisaishi, well known for his Miyazaki scores. And who developed the cutscenes for Ni no Kuni? Studio Ghibli, Miyazaki's famous stomping grounds. So what happens when one of Level 5's developers goes to work on a new title? Good things. So since you may not have heard of this game yet, let's start at the beginning. You find yourself in Fuji no Hana, a small town in Tokyo where you've just moved with your family. Your parents own a small laundromat, and your mom has a task for you. And some strong words for dad. But marital issues aside, on your way out, you're warned not to be late coming home, as it's Friday, and the Friday Monsters will be coming. When you set out, you immediately see that this is a tightly knit little town. The sort of town that has just enough and no more. There's a local diner, a bakery, a barber shop, a train station, and a few other small shops. You can hear voices of the locals engaged in conversation. The birds chirping, and see the light breeze swaying the laundry on the line. I found myself immediately immersed in this world, and I was filled with a youthful desire to explore. The way your character runs along carelessly, as you did when you were a child, only amplifies this. Usually in a game, I tend to complete tasks as they come, but for some reason in this game, I just went where the wind took me. The environmental elements were so well blended that I could have been happy just running around this place for a few hours, with nothing more. But eventually, the curious things I discovered around the town drew me to start talking to the locals, and the gameplay began to reveal itself. I'll be honest, this game doesn't have much in the way of gameplay. You find fallen glims around your town, and when you collect enough, you get a playing card. When you have enough cards, you can then challenge other kids to play a game of what is essentially rock, paper, scissors. If you win the game, and this is where it got a little weird, but also awesome, you became their master. You can then cast a spell on them and make them fall over. But really, this is the type of game kids play. They make up arbitrary rules when a game is won. I can see this happening on a playground. I'm your master now, you have to fall over. The game was as fun as you'd expect a simple card game to be, without much tactic, but I really just wanted to get back to the exploration. All in all, this game was simply about wandering around and being intrigued by things. If you threw this idea out at a meeting, okay boss, I'm thinking we make a town, and you're this kid, right, who walks around it, and and there's monsters, and we call it Attack of the Friday Monsters. Oh no! But when the right group of people get together, they can make just about anything feel special. The backgrounds are all hand-drawn, giving the environments a warm and lovable feel. And Hideki Sakamoto, the composer for this game, brought it to life with his absolutely charming soundtrack. The music that welcomed you to Fuji no Hana puts a calm smile on your face. The tense music that accompanied the fearful moments. But even more important were the often music-free times. It was common to wander through the town for quite some time with no music, just the natural sounds of the environment. The water flowing under the bridge, the birds and crickets singing from the trees and bushes, the distant bell of the train as it passed through town, and the footsteps of Sota as he ran across the varying terrain. Music only showed itself when necessary, only when it could add something to the situation. Just when you started to think that there was never a soundtrack at all, it would sneak in during a friendly conversation and add a tremendous amount of emotion as a result. Sakamoto's theming was absolutely beautiful. How could he craft one theme into both a sentimental tune and also one full of adventure? All of these elements are what I think made this short game play more like a movie than a game. It was extremely cinematic and touching, and though I'm not crazy about stories and games, this one was easy to follow and actually pretty interesting. They could have made this a scary monster game with dark surroundings and gloomy music, but instead you're just a curious and optimistic kid on a sunny day. You're in a normal town, living a normal childhood. So when you hear that something not so normal may be in your midst, you want to investigate. I liked that the town was small. I liked the winding and overlapping paths that made it feel like a sanctuary. I liked that there were a limited number of people to talk to. You became acquainted with the entire place by the end of the game. You began to feel that this tiny town was truly your home, and that you were seeing through the eyes of Sota, experiencing the same adventures together. Okay, I can't even talk about this game anymore. I loved it. And if you have a 3DS, I recommend that you try it out. It's heartwarming, it's short, it's cheap, it's a worthwhile experience. So, buy it. Support them. I want more of this. And thanks for watching Good Morning Gamer, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Oh. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is cozy.